Valkyrie is surprisingly accurate, but it kind of misses the point in tonality. Hey, Cypher here with another based on a true story, this time the 2008 movie Valkyrie. It's actually great, but there's a problem with the tone it sets up.
The movie gets nearly every plot point correct. There really isn't much to point out in terms of inaccuracies. In fact, I would venture to say if you are interested in the assassination attempt on Hitler, then this is well worth watching to learn about it. Historian Peter Hoffman consulted on this film and it maintained the actual events, dates, and rough timeline. There are some glaring omissions, but to be honest, this movie gets a pass on that front, but I'm going to review them anyways. The real difference from reality is how the characters are portrayed. We are supposed to sympathize with these people in a way that most people wouldn't if they understood who these people really were. Stauffenberg never actually joined the Nazi Party, but he certainly identified with them. He was fiercely anti-Semitic and was a proponent of the war effort, even when they invaded the USSR. All of this is contradictory to the outspoken character of the protagonist in this movie, but that is mostly to make him identifiable, rather than acknowledge his actual problems. We don't get to see the background of any of these characters, so we don't get to see their steady change to being against Hitler. Stauffenberg and the rest were not fighting for a righteous cause to correct the misdeeds that Hitler had done. They were more concerned with getting out of a disastrous war that was going to see the downfall of their country. Most simply wanted to make sure the current regime stayed in power while they made peace with the Allies. Instead, we are supposed to think that these are heroes who are stuck serving an evil dictatorship, and that is far from a proper understanding. They did not change to the concrete bunker for the first assassination attempt. This was just the filmmakers wanting to show off the inside of the building, and not have to get bogged down in the longer and sillier reason for the failure. They did not emphasize how miserable a failure the explosion actually was. Hitler was barely even hurt in this whole thing. General Ludwig Beck did kill himself similar to this, but he actually missed the first shot and then barely hit with the second. It was a mortal wound, but slow to kill him. Everyone just walked out while he bled to death on the floor. That probably would have been a bit more shocking to the audience. Stauffenberg did not step out during the firing squad. What would be the point? This is purely to make him seem more heroic than he really was. Something not depicted is what happened to Stauffenberg's family. They were rounded up and the adults were put in concentration camps, while the kids were to be raised by SS officers. Some died in the camps later, but the rest were reunited after the war. This would have taken a little too much time in the movie though.
All in all, it's a pretty good historic flick. Maybe we shouldn't identify with these people too much though? Or maybe we should, but it's a problem of interpretation. And that actually shows that the movie itself is pretty good if it causes that kind of dissonance.
So, thanks for watching. Tell me what other based on a true story movies need busting in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and check out some previous episodes. I'll see you next time.